What lies behind you and what lies before you are tiny matters compared to what lies within you. Napoleon Hill. Let that sink in. Not your past, not your future. What lies within you, that is where the battle is won. That is where destiny is forged. Because here's the truth no one tells you. Your greatest enemy isn't your history. Your biggest obstacle isn't what's ahead. It's the power you've ignored inside yourself. The strength you've silenced. The fire you've let flicker instead of burn. You've felt it, haven't you? The moment you wanted to try, but didn't. The opportunity you let pass because fear screamed louder than courage. The dream you buried alive just to keep things safe. But enough is enough. The past doesn't define you. The future doesn't own you. What matters is what you decide to unleash, right now. Inside you is resilience that can't be broken, courage that just needs to be called upon, and potential so vast it terrifies the small version of you that's been in control for far too long. This isn't a time for excuses. This is a time for awakening. Because the truth is simple. The only thing more powerful than what happened to you or what may happen tomorrow is what you choose to rise with today. True progress begins when we recognize that our internal qualities, self-belief, discipline, and passion, are the real drivers of change. Action fueled by what's within us breaks the chains of hesitation and unlocks doors we never knew existed. So, let's reflect. How might your own inner strength transform your current challenges? Often, we wait for external motivation to strike, like the perfect moment or a sign from the universe. But this is a trap that keeps us stuck. We dwell on past injuries or setbacks, convincing ourselves that they're insurmountable barriers, when our inner drive is ready to propel us forward. Take the example of someone postponing a fitness journey because of an old injury, ignoring the willpower within that could turn small steps into lasting habits. Similarly, we fixate on future uncertainties, like a busy schedule ahead, rather than tapping into the resolve that's already inside us. This waiting game erodes our confidence, turning what lies behind and before into excuses that dim our inner light. Indecisiveness creeps in when we overthink past regrets or potential risks, doubting the wisdom our inner self holds. Picture an entrepreneur hesitating to launch a new venture because of a previous business failure, unaware that their innate judgment and creativity could lead to success. This cycle of doubt perpetuates inaction, chipping away at the self-trust that defines our true potential. Fear and uncertainty amplify the problem, making mountains out of molehills from our history and anxieties about the unknown. Yet, as Hill reminds us, these are tiny matters compared to the vast reservoir of strength within. Stories of great figures, like Hill himself overcoming poverty through sheer inner determination, show how focusing inward conquers these fears. The solution lies in immediate action, a bold step that awakens the power inside and creates unstoppable momentum. When you act, even imperfectly, you tap into what's within you, generating energy that makes past failures and future doubts fade away. Imagine a student starting a study routine despite poor grades in the past. Suddenly, hidden abilities emerge, building confidence with each page turned. Building decisiveness means relying on your inner conviction, not waiting for external approval or ideal conditions. Try journaling about your core values to connect with that inner voice, reducing the hold of what lies behind or before. Right now, pause and take that first step. Write down one goal and feel the shift as your inner drive ignites. Hesitation and fear lose their grip when you prioritize what's within, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Like a seed pushing through soil, your inner resilience breaks through external barriers, revealing the strength you've always had. Athletes who overcome injuries do so by focusing on their mental fortitude, proving that action fueled by inner power transforms challenges. Learning through failure becomes a gift when you see it as a teacher, highlighting the capacity for growth deep inside you. Past setbacks are minor compared to the lessons they impart, building a stronger version of yourself with every experience. Reframe failures as feedback, a strategy that empowers you to move forward with renewed inner strength. Self-discipline emerges as the true cornerstone of success, rooted in your inner resolve rather than fleeting external motivations. It's this discipline that makes past doubts and future fears irrelevant, as it draws from the unshakable power within. By cultivating positive habits, you amplify your internal resources, turning daily routines into stepping stones for achievement. Start small, like dedicating 5 minutes each morning to reflection, and watch as this builds momentum, outshining any distractions. Developing a clear vision and goals acts as a conduit for your inner strength, directing your energy away from regrets and worries. Crystal clear goals reveal and harness what's within, like a writer outlining a book despite self-doubt, channeling their passion into progress. This process begins with self-reflection, helping you define specific, achievable steps that keep you moving forward. Use tools like SMART goals to maintain that forward momentum, regardless of external factors, and feel your inner potential soar. Remember, it's not about waiting for the world to align. It's about aligning with the power inside you. As you break goals into manageable steps, you'll discover how your inner qualities guide you through any storm. In wrapping up, let's reaffirm Hill's profound truth. What lies within you is greater than any past or future challenge. Motivation and success flow from this inner source, not from dwelling on what's behind or fearing what's ahead. You've explored how external fixations hold you back, and how immediate action unlocks your true potential. Now, it's time to embrace that inner strength and let it lead the way. Think about the relationships you've shaped, the dreams you've nurtured, and the fears you've faced, all through the power within. Don't let another day pass without tapping into that reservoir. It's the key to a life of fulfillment and purpose. Start today by identifying one personal strength like your resilience or creativity, and commit to using it right away. Perhaps begin with a simple daily habit, such as a short walk to clear your mind, drawing on your inner discipline. Feel the emotional surge as you act, knowing that what lies within you is your greatest asset. Imagine the possibilities: stronger relationships built on self-belief, dreams realized through persistent effort, and fears conquered by inner courage. This is your moment to shift from hesitation to empowerment, from doubt to decisive action. As you move forward, carry Hill's words as a mantra, reminding yourself that internal forces shape your destiny. Take that small step now, and watch as it ripples into lasting change, proving that what's within is indeed mightier than all else. You're not defined by your history or your horizons. You're defined by the extraordinary potential you hold inside. Let this truth inspire you to act with confidence, embracing the hidden forces that make you unstoppable. Remember, the journey begins within, and from there, the world is yours to transform. What lies behind you and what lies before you are tiny matters compared to what lies within you, as Napoleon Hill wisely stated. This powerful quote serves as our guiding light today, urging us to look inward for the strength that truly defines our path. Have you ever felt trapped by past mistakes, like shadows that linger too long? Or perhaps you're overwhelmed by future uncertainties, those distant storms that never seem to arrive? Yet, Hill reminds us that these are mere distractions from the vast reservoir of potential inside each of us. Imagine ignoring that inner fire, allowing external noise to dim your light. It's a common trap, one that leads to stagnation and regret. Think of someone who avoids chasing a dream job because of a single past failure. They dwell on what went wrong before, forgetting the resilience brewing within. Or consider the person paralyzed by fear of rejection and love, overlooking their capacity for deep, enduring connections. These examples show how focusing on the external robs us of progress. But what if we shifted our gaze inward to the self-belief and determination that Hill champions? True change begins when we recognize that our inner qualities hold the key. No longer waiting for the perfect moment, we act from a place of inner power. This is the essence of Hill's message. Your past and future pale in comparison to what's inside. Now, let's explore why so many hesitate to take that first step. Often, we wait for external motivation, like a sign from the universe or the right time to appear. But this is a myth that ignores the drive already within us. For instance, someone might delay starting a fitness journey due to old injuries or a busy schedule ahead. They're fixated on what lies behind or before, rather than tapping into their inherent willpower. This waiting game only breeds more hesitation, eroding our confidence over time. Indecisiveness creeps in when we overthink past regrets or future risks. Picture an entrepreneur stalling on a new venture because of a previous business flop. They question their judgment, unaware that their inner wisdom is stronger than any setback. Fear and uncertainty amplify this cycle, turning what ifs into walls we can't climb. Yet, statistics show that many successful people, like Hill, overcame similar fears by focusing inward. They realized that their inner strength made external challenges insignificant. So, how do we break free from this paralysis? The solution lies in immediate action, harnessing what's within to create momentum. Taking that first step, no matter how small, unlocks your potential like a key turning in a lock. Remember the student who starts studying despite poor grades in the past? They draw on their inner determination, and soon, confidence blooms. Action isn't about perfection. It's about igniting the power inside you. Building decisiveness means relying on your core values, not seeking outside approval. Try journaling each day to connect with what truly matters to you. This practice diminishes the hold of past failures and future doubts. Now, let's practice the first step. Pause for a moment and think of one goal you can act on right now. Feel that shift in energy as you commit to it from within. Overcoming hesitation and fear becomes easier when you prioritize your inner resilience. Facing fear head on reveals how strong you truly are, like a seed pushing through tough soil. Consider athletes who bounce back from injuries by focusing on their mental fortitude. They don't let what's behind or before define them. Instead, they draw from within. Learning through failure is another way to grow, turning setbacks into stepping stones. Hill taught that past failures are minor compared to the lessons they impart. Reframe those experiences as feedback, building your inner capacity for success. Cultivating self-discipline is essential as it's the backbone of what's within you. This discipline stems from your resolve, far more reliable than fleeting emotions. It's what makes past setbacks and future uncertainties irrelevant in the long run. Start building positive habits today, like a daily routine for reflection or task completion. Begin with just 5 minutes each morning to set your intentions. Over time, these habits amplify your inner power, creating lasting change. Developing a clear vision and goals is the next step, channeling your internal strength. Crystal clear goals act as a beacon, directing your energy away from distractions. Think of the writer who outlines their book despite self-doubt, drawing on their passion within. This process reveals and harnesses what's inside, making progress inevitable. Use practical methods like SMART goals to break things down into achievable steps. Start with self-reflection to define what truly drives you. Remember, this all begins from within, fueling continuous action regardless of external factors. As we wrap up, let's reaffirm Hill's profound truth. What lies within you is greater than any obstacle. Motivation and success flow from tapping into that inner core, not from dwelling on the past or fearing the future. So, take one small step today. Identify a strength within you and act on it now. Watch your life transform as you embrace this power. What lies behind you and what lies before you are tiny matters compared to what lies within you, as Napoleon Hill wisely stated. This powerful quote serves as a reminder that our past mistakes and future uncertainties pale in comparison to the immense inner strength we possess. Have you ever felt trapped by a failure from yesterday or worried about challenges tomorrow might bring? If so, you're not alone. But it's time to shift your focus inward. Many people dwell on what lies behind them, like a job loss or a broken relationship, allowing it to define their worth. Others obsess over what lies before them, fearing rejection or uncertainty in their careers or personal lives. Yet, these are merely distractions from the real power source, the resilience, creativity, and determination inside you. Imagine ignoring that inner fire and staying stuck in a cycle of hesitation. That's the problem. Neglecting your internal potential leads to stagnation and regret. For instance, think of someone who avoids starting a new business because of a past bankruptcy, missing out on their innate entrepreneurial spirit. Or consider the individual who postpones pursuing a passion due to fears of future failure, overlooking their hidden talents. The need for change is urgent. True progress begins when you harness what's within. By drawing on your self-belief and discipline, you can overcome any external obstacle. Remember, action fueled by inner strength creates momentum, not perfect conditions. So, let's reflect. How can your internal qualities transform your current situation right now? One major reason you're not taking action is waiting for external motivation to strike. You might think you need the perfect moment to start, like after resolving past issues or clearing future hurdles. But this mindset ignores the inner drive that's already there, ready to propel you forward. For example, someone recovering from an injury might delay their fitness routine, fixated on what lies behind instead of tapping into their willpower. Similarly, a student worried about upcoming exams could procrastinate, overlooking their inherent ability to learn and adapt. Failure to decide often stems from overemphasizing past regrets, which erodes trust in your inner judgment. Indecisiveness keeps you looping in doubt, like an entrepreneur hesitating to launch a new idea due to a previous setback. This cycle not only perpetuates inaction, but also diminishes your self-confidence over time. Fear and uncertainty amplify the problem, making what lies before you seem insurmountable. You might fear failure based on past experiences, or anxiety about the unknown could freeze you in place. Yet, these fears are tiny compared to the vast potential within you, as proven by figures like Napoleon Hill, who overcame his own hardships through inner resolve. Statistics show that many successful people faced multiple failures but succeeded by focusing inward. So, break free from these barriers by recognizing that your inner strength is your greatest asset. The solution lies in immediate action, which unlocks the power within you and generates real progress. Even if your first step is imperfect, it activates your internal resources, much like a student beginning a study routine despite past poor grades. This action builds confidence and reveals abilities you didn't know you had. By prioritizing what's inside, the past and future become insignificant. Building decisiveness starts with relying on your inner conviction, not seeking external validation. Try journaling about your core values to connect with that inner voice and make firmer decisions. This practice reduces the hold of what lies behind or before, empowering you to move forward. Now, let's practice the first step. Pause for a moment and commit to one small task, like writing down a goal. Feel the shift in your energy as you tap into what's within. Remember, you don't need ideal conditions. Your inner drive is enough to ignite change. Overcoming hesitation and fear requires action fueled by your internal strength, turning obstacles into opportunities. When you face fear head on, it diminishes, revealing your resilience like a seed pushing through soil. For instance, athletes who overcome injuries do so by focusing on their mental fortitude, not past setbacks. This approach shows that hesitation loses its power when you prioritize what's inside. Learning through failure is another key. It's not an endpoint, but a teacher that highlights your inner capacity. Past failures are minor compared to the lessons they provide, building strength for future endeavors. Reframe those experiences as feedback and watch how your inner growth accelerates. Strategies like positive self-talk can help you embrace this mindset and keep moving. Cultivating self-discipline is essential as it's a core element of what's within you, outshining external distractions. Discipline derived from inner resolve is more reliable than fleeting emotions or outside motivations. As Napoleon Hill taught, your ability to persist makes past setbacks and future doubts irrelevant. Start building positive habits that stem from this inner strength, like a daily routine for reflection or task completion. Begin with something simple, such as a 5-minute morning habit, to build momentum over time. These habits amplify your internal power, creating lasting progress. Developing a clear vision and goals connects your inner potential to purposeful action, sustaining your efforts. Crystal clear goals act as a conduit for your inner strength, directing energy away from regrets or worries. For example, a writer outlining a book despite self-doubt harnesses what's within to stay focused. This process reveals and utilizes your potential, making external uncertainties fade. Practical methods like using SMART goals help define specific steps, starting from self-reflection. Break your goals into manageable actions to maintain forward movement, regardless of challenges. In conclusion, remember that motivation and success come from tapping into what's within you, not dwelling on the past or fearing the future. As the quote reminds us, your inner qualities are the ultimate driver of change. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today by taking one small step, like identifying a personal strength. Commit to a daily habit that draws on your inner potential, and feel the transformation begin. You've always had the power inside you. Now is the time to unleash it. So, act now, and watch as your life unfolds in ways you never imagined.